In Altair Monarch Data Prep Studio, after you've cleaned, prepped, and transformed your data, you can now analyze your data and uncover insights by creating summaries, filters, and sorts. This workspace has sales data combined with supplier details. Let's start by taking a look at the items purchased by each customer, along with the sales organization associated with the sale. To do that, we can create a summary. For the rows, select the fields that will serve as keys: the sales organization, customer name, and the product fields. Next, choose the quantity and net value as the measures. Apart from the sum, there are different calculations available, such as the average, percent, and so on. You can also add a total line at the bottom of the table. You can set the label as well as the number of lines to be inserted. Give the summary a more descriptive name and click OK. To explore the results, drill up and down through the summary drill levels. You can drill up all the way to the sales organization level and back down to the item descriptions. Setting this to No Summary will display all the fields again, similar to what we see in the Prepare window. Let's create another summary. Let's say we want to see how the manufacturers are performing and compare their sales for the month. This time we're interested in looking at the sales in terms of countries. Add the country as a column. Rename the measure label. This will now refer to the manufacturer's total sales across countries, as we will see in a bit. Notice that in this window, we can edit the measure's expression and formatting as well. Rename the summary and click OK. Our summary now shows the sales for each manufacturer, broken down by country, Canada and the US, with the total for each manufacturer at the last column. We also see the totals per country, as well as the total sales in the grand total row. Now let's say you want a similar analysis on the quantity sold. For that, we just add quantity as a measure and update the display label as we did earlier. Now we can set the active measure to the quantity. We then see the quantity sold by each manufacturer, broken down by country, as well as the totals per country. We can also look at both measures at once, by key, which in this case is the country, or by measure. In the Manage Summaries window, we see all our summaries at a glance. We can view the properties of each summary, as well as edit, duplicate, or delete a summary. Further analysis may be performed by applying filters. In Data Prep Studio, you can create formula, value, and compound filters. A formula filter is based on an expression created out of fields, functions, and operators. For instance, we can choose to focus on records where the quantity of the sold items is 10 or more. For a value-based filter, we tell Data Prep Studio the actual values to filter on, say a specific manufacturer that we are interested in. You can also specify whether to include rows that match or don't match the selected values, as well as whether nulls will be included. As we did previously, give the filter a descriptive name so we can easily choose the appropriate filter from the drop-down. A compound filter consists of one or more existing filters. For instance, we can use the two filters we've just created, then indicate whether all or any of the component filters need to be satisfied. You can also negate any of the filters. Give the filter a name and click OK. These filters we've created may also be set within the summary definition. You can also create a sort to help with your analysis. Add the fields you want to sort on, along with the type of sort. Then rename the sort as well. Now the table is sorted by the product descriptions, then by descending amounts within each product. Finally, note that the filters and sorts created here may also be used when exporting tables or summaries.